Congratulations.
Thank you.
Were you surprised that Cobbs took it from the beginning?
A little bit. Coming off that 3K last night, I thought maybe he would try to hang back and just conserve his energy, but I know he's by far in the best shape just on paper, so looking back, it was probably the smart thing for him to do and control the race, and that's what he did, and made it really hard for me to get around him. Yeah.
Were you also surprised that no one, I mean, that was a pretty tactical race. Were you surprised that no one, made a move to try to pass him?
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Aiden came around me at some point, and then I had to use energy and go back around him, so maybe that's where I lost it, but I just tried to do my best to hold my position up front because I knew it was going to come at some point. So I knew we were running slow. We definitely settled in the middle, and indoors you don't want to get shuffled to the back because there's usually no coming back from that, so just tried to stay on Hobbs' shoulder, and I knew if I couldn't beat him, I at least wanted to get second, so that's, good to see that.
What's been going well in training?
Honestly, like the past month, not a whole lot. I opened up well in Seattle with 351, so I was like, all right, maybe this is a new year, new me. And then I traveled to Boston and then over to Lieven, France for some races and just felt terrible. But then once I flew back to Seattle, like the last week I felt really good. Like I finally, I think, tapered and freshened up and the legs felt poppy again.
Is Nanjing in your plans?
Yeah, if I'm on the list, I don't know where I stand. I don't have the standard, obviously, but and I don't know if we're allowed to chase the standard, so I kind of have a lot of questions.
You are.
Okay, well then,
2 weeks.
Might as well
Two
go to
weeks to
Boston
chase.
next week, probably. Try to,
All roads lead to Boston.
And I know, I'm like, do I need to go back again this year? But it's a good chance to maybe get a mile PR as well. Like my mile PB is still from 2019 and like the old spikes and stuff, so I think I'm due for a new mile PR.
Well done.
Thanks.
It's hard to, I guess, kind of like adapt to the times. Like everything is changing, I guess, in the last 6 years of the sport, and you found a way to consistently be like in all these U.S. finals.
Yeah, I mean, something my old training partner Johnny Gregoric used to say is like, everyone's getting faster, but the same people are still finishing at the top, or at least like in the mix. So like guys like me, Henry, and Vince, who have been around for a few years, it's been really cool to see the progression, and we're just doing our best to keep up. I don't really know like what factors play into like why times are continuing to get faster and faster. I don't know if we'll ever see a plateau. Hopefully at some point, and hopefully I'm still there. But the best I can do is compete, and that's why I love meets like this. It's all about competing. You throw time out the window, and maybe I'm a little better suited for all the gear shifts and stuff that goes into like championship racing. That's how my coach trains all of his athletes because he's a college coach. So like that's just kind of the system I'm in, and I think what works best for me. So I'm glad to kind of continue doing that because I can do well at races like this.
Now, like you said, you've been at a lot of these finals, but this is a very crowded mid-distance scene. I feel like sometimes your name almost gets a little bit lost sometimes, How do you think you're going to be able to make your way, up into the top 5, top 3 in that 1500 scene this year?
Yeah, I got to keep working hard. I got to keep tweaking things in training. I can't keep doing the same thing because I'm just going to end up getting, 6th, 7th, 8th again. If I'm trying to get top 5, top 3, like you said, I just got to keep experimenting with training, and if that's doing more threshold or different like sequences and workouts, like I'm just experimenting, and my coach is always changing things, so we got to adapt. That's the main thing if we're trying to keep up.
Are you working out a lot with like Nathan, or is it totally separate? I guess how does Andy balance the whole?
Yeah, every once in a while I'll hop in with Nathan. I feel like we're just on such a different race sequence that it's mainly just been Joe the past month, but yeah, if we're in like a big build-up block and the college guys aren't racing, yeah, we can work out together. He's fun to work out with. He doesn't hold back, and he's also a great teammate, willing to help out in reps and stuff. So it's a great group to be part of.
You talked about how the times are so much faster. Like if you compare your workouts now to like when you first started before the Super Series, is it the same workout? You just run it faster, or?
I think my track workouts are the same. What's different is my tempo pace is like 440 now. It used to be like 505. Like I'm just doing threshold way faster, and I'm like recovering faster off of it. Just the shoes, just the threshold. I think you're able to do a lot more. Yeah.
Thank you.